Hey everybody, by request I have decided to make a video on how to find slimes, which can be a somewhat difficult process if you don't know the little ins and outs to them. So there's two main things you need to know. First of all, they will only spawn in certain chunks. They won't spawn just anywhere like a cow or a creeper or a zombie will. There's some certain chunks that when those chunks are created, there's a 10% chance that that chunk will be able to spawn a slime. Second is that they only are found on level 16 and below. So if you're searching on a level above that, you're never going to find one unless they happen to, travel over there themselves. And previously in old versions of Minecraft, they never did despawn. But that has since been changed, and they now will despawn if you, after a certain amount of time, if there's nobody within 32 blocks of them, or if they will despawn immediately if you're over 128 blocks, which pretty much follows the way other creatures are. So in order to find out which chunks will spawn a slime, we need to head over to the web browser and go to a website that has a slime finder utility on it, and it'll tell us exactly which chunks can spawn slimes and which chunks cannot. This will really help facilitate your search in trying to find slimes. So let's head over there. But real quick, before we head over there, we need to hit F3 inside Minecraft here and look at our location. Now, for whatever reason, Minecraft, the y-axis is the vertical axis, whereas typically, if you're in geometry or something like that, z is always the vertical axis. But so anyways, what we want to look at is the x-axis and the z-axis. And we will take these numbers and put them into the slime finder so that we're searching in a location that we're in. Otherwise, you could be searching anywhere. You can start at 0, 0 if you want. Most of the time your spawn is pretty close to 0, 0. But in this case, I want to search where my mine is. So we're going to search at -68, +42, or roughly right around that area. So now let's head over to the browser and see what we can find. Okay, so here we are at the Minecraft Slime Finder. It's at mcslimes.appspot.com. I have already chosen my level.dat file. The location of this varies depending on what operating system you are. A quick Google search will show you where that is if you're on Windows or Mac or whatever. If you're running it through the website, this will not work. It needs to be run on a local machine so you can select the level.dat file. I put in my X and Z as we found by hitting F3 while playing inside Minecraft. I put a distance of 30, which will give us a 60 by 60 search square. You can narrow that down if you want to search into a smaller area. We will now click search for slimes, and there we go. These green squares are chunks, which is where slimes will spawn. So now we'll go back to Minecraft, search in these areas, and see what we find. Okay, now that we're back, the slime finder told us that we can search in -96 to -64 for the x-axis, and for the z-axis we can look at a +16 and a +32. So let's head down into the mine and see if we can find ourselves a slime. Now we'll want to take a look at the y-axis as we're traveling down, because of course we want to be below 16, which currently we are. And we're approaching an area where we should be able to find a slime. And if you hear the familiar slapping sound, that means there should be a slime down below us. Now I actually dug this hole quite some time ago in hopes of finding slimes, and every now and then I do find one. You really should dig this for the entire size of the chunks that are able to spawn slimes. In this case I have 2 chunks. The problem is it takes quite a while because there's lava everywhere around here, which means I have to fill in all the lava and then dig back down again. And one day I'll get a chance to do that. But they still spawn, up around here relatively often. Now, a few things to know when trying to get slime balls is the larger slimes will split into small slimes when you kill them, provided that the amount of damage you deal is not too much. If you hit them with a diamond sword, you'll probably never ever get any slime from them. So, and also, the small slimes are the only ones that actually drop slime balls. So, hopefully you can find small slimes by themselves. They'll drop anywhere from none to 2 slime balls per. If you find a bigger one like this, which is actually I think medium size, aha! And look at that, 4 slime balls. So it's really best to not use a weapon, because I've used a weapon before and every single time I have never gotten any slime balls, and they don't split into the smaller slimes like that. So that's an important thing to know. So that's pretty much all there is to it. Just look in the chunks, make sure you're below 16, and if you do happen to create a really large room that spans those chunks, there's a good chance you'll end up getting a fair number of slimes to spawn in there. Because obviously these walls and stuff, I will never get, you know, slimes spawning in those areas. So that decreases the chance of getting one, which is already a low chance. So until next time, see you guys all later.